Today I'm going to show you guys 5 things that I wish I knew about Palworld before I started playing. So let's go. So the first thing I want to show you is what happens if you are in a fight, especially against a boss, and you die. Now, before we go in here, let's make sure we take off the Ring of Mercy, otherwise we're not going to kill anything. And we're going to go in and fight a pretty high level enemy, just because I'm high level myself, and this isn't going to work if I do too much damage to something a bit weaker. Now, for this, I would highly recommend that you get the Terra Prisma. The Terra Prisma is a new sword that they've added in the new Terraria update, and I'd recommend having a pal out at the same time. So I'm going to use my Jet Dragon as an example. But before I do anything, I'm going to hit this boss and wake him up. Now, I'm doing a decent amount of damage to him, so I probably don't need to have a pal out as well. But if you leave your pal out, this will work as well, because the pal will attack the enemy. Unfortunately, your pal can die, so the Terra Prisma is better than using a pal for this. But what you could do is, you could either intentionally get killed by the Blazamut or any enemy, or you can hit the respawn button. And the respawn button is going to put you into a down but not out state, and it's going to time to respawn 3, 2, 1. And the enemy can still die because the Terra Prisma is still going to attack the enemy while you're downed. Now, it just so happens that he died before the countdown went down, but these swords would have still attacked even if I had ran out of time here. Just don't click respawn. And if you change your settings in your game, you can actually make it so that respawning doesn't make you drop any items or have any downsides. So you get the boss kill and you get the loot. If you're close enough to him, I'd probably recommend hitting respawn or getting down but not out by the enemy when you're close to them. But you also get the XP and everything else, so it's really, really useful. And if the boss has a 30-minute timer, unfortunately, the timer will run out, so you have to be a little bit quicker. That's why I don't recommend dying straight away like I did. But if you get as much damage as you can to the enemy before you die, then you can just do this. Just a quick fire couple around the base real quick while it's nighttime. If your pals are injured in any way, if they have low health and they're in your party, if you sleep in a bed, they will regain all of their health immediately, and they'll be back for you to use straight away without having for you to wait the 10 minutes by putting them into the pal box. And just a quick extra one as well. Most people know about this already, but if you click on any food source like a feed box, and there's like a 34-minute timer or there's a 10-minute timer, if you hit sort, it restarts the timer. So come in here and hit sort regularly in order to restart the timer on your food. And you could do that with your other food as well. I have a timer of 8 minutes on that one. I'm going to click it, and now it's back to 10 minutes. So if you're running low on food, or if you don't want to waste food, do that. And food doesn't go off when it's still in the pot as well, so leave it in the pot, don't pick it up until you're ready to use it. Another one that I want to show you around the base is you're over encumbered and you're walking super slow, but you have a grappling hook. Use a grappling hook to get over to your chest. You can move around using grappling hooks. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a cooldown timer on these, so you can't constantly move, but it's better than walking the entire way. Always have a grappling hook in your inventory, hook onto a chest, and then you can transfer your items over. It's a bit of a lifesaver, I have to say. Another one that I really wish I knew from the very beginning, and this is another one of the beginner ones, is that your flying mount can never throw you off, even when it runs out of stamina over water. So, for example, your mount will regain stamina if you just allow it to on the surface of the water. And let's just say you're up super high and you use up all of your stamina. Your stamina turns red, you come all the way down. However, as soon as you hit the water, your stamina is going to regen. So you can actually travel to any island on any mount, really. Some are going to be slower than others, and you'll never be kicked off your mount. Unlike in other games where if the stamina goes down on your mount, you get thrown off. So just a heads up, you can do that. Back to more of an advanced tip now, and I'm going to show you how to put 2 oil refineries onto 1 oil node like I have here. So we're going to cancel these real quick, get the materials back, and hopefully we can find the sweet spot again for those. So we're going to go to crude oil extractor, and we're going to get into position. So the best thing you do, or the first thing I want you to do, is at the top of your screen with the compass, if you're looking east and south, put the marker right in the middle between east and south. Apparently you could do it with the other ones as well, but it only ever works for east and south with me so far, so I always go E and S. And as soon as that's in the middle, no longer look left and right. I need to adjust it a tiny bit. Now you're only moving WASD to move around. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to put your oil refiner in a position where it's on a flat surface, so that's perfect. It didn't need to be adjusted there, but I just wanted to make sure. And now we move down, and we're going to slightly move to the left and right. We're going to try and get this to turn blue. Don't forget, we're going to click right click to place it. We're not going to use, oh, that would have been perfect. We're not going to use left click to place. We're going to click right click. Now we don't have to be over encumbered for this. I just so happen to be over encumbered. So we're going to move without looking anywhere. We're going to use WASD to just strafe over to the right. And we're going to try and put this right next to the other one. We're just waiting for it to turn blue. Hopefully it does. And if it doesn't turn blue immediately, usually that means it's not going to work. You can move up and down a little bit as well. Do a little bit of wiggling. And if it doesn't work immediately, then you're going to have to, unfortunately, try again. The initial one that you came up with isn't in the right place. I don't hold control for this, just as a heads up. So we line ourselves up once again with E and S. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the barrels on the actual oil extractor itself have to be facing away from you. So put those at the back, and we're going to flatten it out. And now we're going to try again. We're going to try and bring it a little bit closer to us this time. I feel like maybe we were a little bit too high up there. So let's try about here. Let's bring it across. We want, as soon as it turns blue, we're going to place it. Maybe we'll start tapping right click as well, because we want it to go into position as soon as the blue comes up. I think we were a little bit too far over to the right there for that one, but we will try and see if this turns blue. And it turned blue. Brilliant. So that was something that I kind of learned myself there. Try and bring the first one, the left one, down a bit. I was putting them up a little bit because I thought if you put one up here, then this one could come down here and there'll be like a bit of an angle. But no, down a little bit. Look at the way that the markers are on this side of the stone. Anyway, I'm learning as I do, so I'm learning by making videos for you guys. And thank you very much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you need any help with anything else, and I'll see you guys in the next video.